I was more surprised that Spain was dominant. It felt like portions of the game where Argentina just was not there, and a lot of it was playing the ball back and forth. So they would pass it forward down to Spain's side of the field, and then they would play it back to the goalie. The goalie would kick it far, and then Spain would have possession, and then they would get a shot, and over and over and over again. And it just felt like they were trying to survive till penalties.
Will other teams copy them in the future?
It takes a lot to be able to copy Spain just because of the fact that they have the academy system set up. Their coach was a youth coach. I believe he was under 20. And so having that system is enabled them to be as proficient as they were. They've been playing together for a long time.
That system, we don't have that in the U.S. And I've been reading a lot about that, how it'd be very, very difficult to create that in this country. Is that accurate? And B, does that relegate us to, gee, we hope we can get to around the 16?
I think that is accurate. If you think about our structure, kids are playing in high school. They're not playing in soccer academies. They don't do that generally for any sport outside of basketball.
Right.
You see basketballs go to charter school, basketball players go to charter schools, but it generally doesn't happen in soccer. I also don't know that billionaires who are investing in this sort of thing want to do that.
Right.
And so I think that until the U.S. has more superstars on their roster, that we are going to be delegated to the round of 16.
At best. So overall, I think this was like a huge success.
Definitely.
World Cup. I mean, I think the U.S. and the North America, our neighbors, we did a heck of a show.
Yeah, I think if you had to ask FIFA what they thought of this, they would tell you it was tremendous. The facilities were all here. The only drama that really happened was on the field. And you ask any sporting organization in the world, what drama do you want? You want it on the pitch. And outside of Flo Balogun and President Trump trying to get him to play, and that happened, justice was served 12 hours later when Belgium beat the U.S. And so FIFA would say this was a success. Right. I don't know the final was the peak that they wanted, but sometimes you got to live with a boring championship game.
If somebody's a star in the World Series and it extends their career 10 years, I think it was Justin Turner with the L.A. Dodgers years ago, made a career off of his World Series. So I look at Nico Williams, the left winger, just magnetic out of Ghana, walked across the Sahara, superstar athletic club. Yeah. Did they now this morning, does Liverpool want someone like Nico Williams?
I think that for Nico and for players on Spain, a good portion of them are already desired to begin with. And Nico, I believe he would have started if he wasn't coming off an injury. And so I think your price automatically goes up when you're a World Cup champion, more so off the field. Like the club battle, of course, and the club play is going to determine your contracts. But off the field, these guys are going to go back to Madrid and Barcelona and make a killing.
So if FIFA, are they saying we want to get the World Cup back to the U.S. as soon as possible?
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, look, we have Portugal, Spain, Morocco in 2030, and then we have Saudi Arabia in 2034. There's an open slot in 2038. I expect it to be back here just from a facilities perspective. It's a lot easier when you have these stadiums that can hold 70, 80, 60,000 people all across the nation, as opposed to a country bidding for it and then having to invest literally billions of dollars to build facilities.
Give us an update on what Paul talks about. Randall Williams, folks, who were this Bloomberg sports business reporter, which doesn't describe his true encyclopedic knowledge on this. The TV rights game. I mean, I'm looking at Fox, Telemundo, and all that. It's now got to be even more mental for the NFL, more mental for the Jalen Knicks, more mental for Premier League. I mean, are we going to go into a nuts end of the year in sports bidding?
I think that the media rights is probably one of the most interesting parts of the business of sports this year, because the NFL has been no stranger in saying that they want to renegotiate their media rights. They'd like to add an international package. They'd like to add a game. However, there's a lot of other properties out there, one of them being the World Cup. ESPN has come out and said they're interested in bidding for it. I believe Netflix has as well. So how much money is left in the pool to go to everybody? And the NFL's still king, but we just saw soccer and the World Cup watched more than ever before. If you're ESPN, of course you want to be the center of all of that. Can you imagine how much larger it would be if ESPN was able to syndicate this on ESPN 1, ESPN 2, ESPN 3, and also Disney Plus. There's the streamer part of it as well. So it's going to be interesting. The NBA, of course, is all set with the $76 billion.
I mentioned Jalen and she woke up from the
exactly.
Ladies and gentlemen, Alexis Christoforous with an obligatory Knicks question.
I have a non-Jalen Brunson question, but what about turf? I mean, because a lot of players are saying, hey, we love this real grass, the NFL players, and they put it in at a cost of a lot of money, right? Millions and millions of dollars. You think it's going to stick around?
No. I mean, the reason for that is, look, there's a lot of NFL players, I don't remember the exact hashtag that they were using, but they were tweeting and basically saying, keep the grass in. This is a collectively bargained issue. And until the NFL players hold the owners, their feet to the fire and say, we're not playing until you replace the grass, I just don't see it. And the owners have always said, and they use these analytics and statistics and say, oh, turf is more just as safe as grass is.
Right.
But in all reality, the players want to play on grass, and the owners aren't willing to appeal to that.
Cy emails in from Yonkers, first time listener. Thank you, Cy. And he says, can you explain why we're attracted to something where there were no shots in the first 121 minutes? I'm sitting there, there's a guy off the post, and I'm going, come on, do what Cole Caulfield would do for the Montreal Canadiens, shoot the damn ball. What's the mindset?
I think it's a cultural thing. Like,
I agree.
I think that the soccer and football overseas and in South America and Europe, it just has a hold on things more than any other sport. I would say it's more, this is my opinion, but double the popularity of basketball, double the popularity of a good portion of sports. Although the NFL and other leagues like the MLB play in Japan, they play in these other markets, these are small windows of one game. It's like a circus coming to town. Whereas soccer is everywhere.
Yep. I'll tell you one thing, the flopping, it's still, I turn the channel, I can't
I literally
take
walk
it.
out
I
of the room.
can't take it.
I literally walk out
But
of
I
the room.
know
Listen.
it's been told by people that are knowledgeable,
Okay.
it's part of the game.